Hey, vinyl community, it's Jason coming at you with another recent vinyl finds video. This time, brick and mortar edition from two different local brick and mortar shops here in the greater Washington, D.C. area. I've been searching for a particular Sonny Rollins album for a number of months now. Was on Discogs, found a local record shop, not super close, but not too far away, that had it. So had to go check it out. Called them up. They put it aside. Made the trip up there to go check it out. Show up at the shop, and they're pretty busy. It's a nice day, so I decide to go ahead and check out the new arrivals, see what I can pick up, see if there's anything interesting. And there was. So the first thing that caught my eye was this True Blue by Tina Brooks. This is a recent reissue, Blue Note 75th anniversary. I would say it's good quality, nothing crazy. It's a digital master done by Bernie Grumman, but the reality is, an original press of this goes for five, six, $7,000, and that's unlikely to end up here in the jazz basement. So this will go ahead and suit me just fine until I win Powerball, or find it at Goodwill for $2. We'll see. But this is great. I spun it this afternoon. Really enjoyed it. Really nice playing by Tina Brooks. This is the only Tina Brooks album that I have at the moment. If you remember from my jazz vinyl tag video, the one blind spot that I had, and one thing I was looking to rectify in 2021, was I didn't have any Kenny Dorham. And I know that the Blue Note had done some reissues. I know that Kraft is doing a reissue of Quiet Kenny for Record Store Day. But wanted to check it out. Went to the new arrivals jazz D section, see what we got, and sure enough, they had Una Mas. So this is the 80th Blue Note 80th anniversary, which is a step up from the 75th. For one, this is from an all analog master, which is great. It's pressed at a better plant in Germany. The Tina Brooks is slightly warped. This one's dead flat. Again, have not had a chance to spin it yet, but with this lineup, Kenny Dorham, Joe Henderson, Herbie Hancock, Tony Williams, Butch Warren. I mean, that's no lose there. So probably spin this one after the video. Finally, things had kind of were still kind of busy in the front, and I didn't have a lot of time, so I went to the used jazz section, had a quick look, flipping through some stuff, and nothing really caught my eye until I got to this one, and this is Gene Ammons' Bad Bossa Nova. I'm not super familiar with Gene Ammons, but I do know that I've seen this in a couple of other jazz vinyl tag videos. I don't know if it was under the Pick a Prestige, or a sleeper album or something like that. Bossa Nova is really cool. I don't really have a lot of it. This was $8, and it's an original mono press. It's on the black and yellow Fireworks Deep Groove, RVG stamp, all of that, and the wax is very clean, and the cover is very clean. I mean, there's no splits, no seams, no wear at all. It's probably spun once or twice and then tucked away. But for $8, pretty cool artwork. Blind buy, let's do it. Good deal. Then came my opportunity. So rolled over, said, "Hey, I'm here for the Sonny Rollins." They give it to me. I check it out. It's this one, Sonny Rollins, The Bridge. This is an original mono press on RCA Victor. Killer album, one that I've wanted for a long time, one that I actually have but don't have in my possession. So a year ago, I had ordered the ORG repress of it and had it shipped to my office. Um, the last day in the office for me before we have been in work from home was March 12th, and that arrived March 13th. So it's hopefully sitting on my chair at work, but I couldn't be without the one of the most iconic Sonny Rollins albums. What makes this great? The story is amazing. First of all, So Sonny Rollins, at the peak of his game, 1957, 1958, gets bored, decides to take a break, and every day for 2.5 years, he goes over to the Williamsburg Bridge and plays saxophone by himself by the subway tracks for like 15 or 16 hours a day. I did some quick math. That's a little over 10,000 hours. So has the perfect makings for that Malcolm Gladwell book, Outliers, right? It takes 10,000 hours to be an expert. Sonny Rollins was already an expert on the saxophone. Does that make him a double expert? Possibly. But I'll tell you what, the playing on this is excellent. Um, the fidelity in the recording is immaculate. I didn't know what to expect. I threw it on, the platter, dead quiet, no pops, no ticks, no crackles, nothing, and you can really hear a lot of detail. I mean, you can pick out the instruments. You can really hear the bass notes, the decay in the bass notes. Even I was very impressed. Everyone talks about the Blue Note sound. This is, to my ears, really well recorded. The other thing that was surprising about this was the guitar playing by Jim Hall. I had sort of heard of Jim Hall. I don't. I think a lot of people think of Grant Green or Kenny Burrell when you think of jazz guitar. Wes Montgomery. It's kind of the greats. But I think Jim Hall's right there. I haven't heard a lot of his stuff. The playing on this album is off the charts. I mean, Sonny Rollins is great, but Jim Hall is phenomenal. Um, Buy this album just to hear Jim Hall if you're into jazz guitar, and throwing a little Sonny Rollins on the side too. So I'm going to be on the search for some more Jim Hall. I do have Bill Evans' Undercurrent, which is Bill Evans and Jim Hall. But if you have some other ideas that Jim Hall has done either solo work or as a sideman, drop it in the comments. I'll put it on my radar. Really appreciate it. So anyway, really excited to pick this one up. Super clean RCA Victor, deep groove. Um, wow, love it, and in great shape. The no splits, no seams. The other two records that I had picked up were at a different day, different shop. I was with my son, and he likes going to record stores. He likes picking records that have the original price tag, $1.99 or whatever. That's the primary criteria that he uses. Doesn't care what the music is, doesn't care what the cover looks like, just doesn't have a price tag or not. And we were out running some errands. He said, "Hey, let's go to the record shop." So we went to a different record shop this time. We rolled in, and I look on the wall, and I see this, the Atomic Mr. Basie, and Count Basie and his orchestra. I'm not a huge orchestral lover, certainly not jazz orchestra. But if you're gonna own something, you gotta own Count Basie, right? And this is one of the best albums. I see it all the time on top 50 jazz, top 100 jazz albums. You have to listen to. So I picked it up. It's an original press, 1958 mono on roulette. Not a label you see a lot. It's got the deep groove, pretty cool. Um, Again, looks like it's been spun once. Cover's in great shape. I spun it a couple days ago. I was really impressed. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did. Am I gonna go deep into the orchestra? No, but I'll definitely spin this again and again. This was really good stuff. Definitely worth a look, and it's not that expensive. I think I paid, I don't know, $25 for it or something like that, and it's in excellent shape. And then as I was checking out, the proprietor of the shop slid a record over to me, and it was this one, Chick Corea, Return to Forever. This is an original press. It's a stereo press, 1972 on ECM. This is one that I had been looking for a long time. It's not particularly expensive. I think this was $10, $8, $10, something like that, and it's in really good shape. Um, Chick Corea passed recently in the past month or so. I didn't have any of his work. Again, he had been featured on some of the albums, but none of his solo work. And this is one that I had seen a lot, and I really wanted. Let the shop owner know, and sure enough, he's like, I'll keep an eye out for you. And then slid this over the next time I went in. So brick and mortars matter, building relationships matter. With the people, this is their livelihood, and more importantly, they can look out for you. So Musically, this is really interesting. It's a lot of electric piano, a little bit of Latin. It's a fusion album. When I listen to this, it doesn't sound like it's from 1972. Looks like it would have been, in the 90s or something like that, in jazz clubs and dance clubs or whatever in Europe. So really dig it. Not what I was expecting, but that's how it goes sometimes. So um, those are some recent finds for you, a little bit all over the map. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one.